What's good, y'all? Let's see what we got today. Um, yeah, there go my shot. Back to the volatility we go. Man, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Man. But here we go. If I'm looking at futures are up though, slightly. Futures are up slightly. So, that's not bad. Um, I am looking at the market. NVIDIA is pushing down just a little bit. Tesla pushing up 290. So, boy, and Bitcoin finna keep going up too. Bitcoin not gonna do anything but continue to go up. So we shall see what. Let's look at earnings today, man. Let's see how the company's doing so far. Um, okay, so you had Domino's. They beat on earnings, but they missed on revenue. So they missed revenue by 0.71%. So just by a little bit. Just by a little bit. But Tesla pushing up. Um, if I look at AIZ, potential long here, and I would let's see if I can find a contract. AIZ, 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 AIZ. Um, if it loads. There we go. So this company's called Assurant. Y'all know anybody know about this company? What this company do? Assurant? No, no, no. They are still taking. Trying to see what they do. So they are so AIZ. Um, oh, this is I think this is an international company. You know, insurance company. So insurance company makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, I would say. But yeah, I definitely like going long here, like around 185 if they drop down here, and then ride that back up to the top. But AIZ looked good. Um, you really don't got no interest on the contract. Let's see. Monster looks good. One touch, two touch, third touch. Coming up. This might be like a rising wedge pattern where they might fall out of this. Well, we shall see. Honeywell. See if we can go long on Honeywell. Mm, Ordinarily, like it's breaking out of this. Um, but Wait till July. Wait till July. Let's see. Should go to let's see. 30. Wait till July. Wait till July. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin is at 95,000. And if we can get above 90, if we can like get to like 96,000 and stay above there, we'll go back to the all-time high.
Easily. 1/10 of 1% and less than that on NASDAQ futures, but this.
Let's see what we do in the market. So we open now. Credit intuition is a real thing. I will say. It's a real thing. To look at if you look at HIMS, this gap up. We talked about this last night. But man, look at HIMS. Look at HIMS. Why they keep trying to replace NVIDIA? Keep trying. Trying. Mm. Um, get that buy and hold together. Get that buy and hold together. Get that buy and hold together. Get it together. Hims is up 7%. Let's look at ADP. And I would definitely I would look to go long in this environment. I would look to, or not in this, like at this time, I would look to go long. So ADP, if it comes back down here, I definitely like it to go long. I can take hands off. ODFL keeps holding the same level. So we're gonna have to continue to watch it. Dollar General does have a nice uptrend. So I like to go long here. Not typically like an asset that I would usually like trade. But nonetheless, like the setup is there. So yep. So coming down, hitting this trend line. And then I wonder, wait. Ooh, oh my God. Imagine having like imagine having imagine having like a downward channel on a weekly time frame. That's like insane. Really insane. We look at Novo. Novo been taking a beating. They be getting beat down. Somebody save Novo, man. Somebody come save Novo. Somebody save him. But I like going short on Novo. Once they hit this trend line, I would definitely look to go short. Let me see.
With the barrage of data over the last couple of weeks on his voluntary trade protected, I get 90% over the weekend. He was in the front court, says that entry container bookings from China are about 65%. If you get enough order guys, I think tactic turnover, not success. And not how many. It seems pretty.
I don't see a good contract for Novo, so I might have to let it go. I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna keep looking. Or no, I found one. It's May 16th though. I guess. How long would this take? April 14th. April 65 put 516 would be the contract that I like. I want to go further out, but it's just not a lot of open interest. Till you get to June. And it's like super far out. So but yep. I like Novo. For sure, going short. Caterpillar. Let's check on NVIDIA. And again, as a retail investor, I like SPY, Gold, QQQ. SPY, Gold, and QQQ. I definitely like NVIDIA, TSM, Microsoft. But SPY, Gold, and QQQ, that's like a portfolio that's good for any time period. Because gold will go up when excuse me, but let's look at NVIDIA. Ooh. Back down we go. I gotta give another price for y'all. Another price for us to buy NVIDIA. I gotta give another price. Sigh. I've given enough, right? Yeah. SPY, Gold, QQQ. All right. Hey. I've given enough. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done giving price targets, man. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Then the level of executing on the prices is even lower. So, I mean, yep, you're right. I did my job. I'm doing my job. I did my job. I'm doing my job. But let's look at if I go on trading view for a second. Look at APLD. We in here. We in here. I see. Damn. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3. I like it. Hey man, shout out to Glenda. Quit playing with her. Quit playing. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. I like APLD. Let me find some more. Let me find some. Find some trades for us. Hams is up 9% today. What's going on? No reason. What's up with RGTI? We still like that? We like RGTI in the quantum stocks, quantum computing. There is a warning. No. No. What happened? I thought that's what we was on. I thought that's what the play was. I thought the play was quantum computing. I thought that's what the play was. I thought that's what the play was. I'll just be looking at like the hype didn't last long at all. I literally I told people the 2 days before it drops 50%. I was like, no, don't listen to me though. Don't listen to me. How does okay again? How if the what was it? People what was people all hyped about? Y'all was hyped about those the energy stocks too. Then they fell apart. Y'all was all hyped about that. We was all hyped about the energy stocks. They don't care about nuclear. They don't care. They don't care about nuclear. They don't care. So they don't care. But yeah, man, let's look for something. Let's see if we can find something. Um, let's go through the Dow. See if the Dow got something for us. Sheen has raised their prices ahead of tariffs. This is gonna be interesting because I know how the market is finna bottom. I can just see it playing out. Ooh, I can just see it. It's like a feeling. I can just like Sheen hikes U.S. prices as much as 377%. So you as a retail investor, this is why I'm so loving and giving. You got it because during this time it's gonna get hard, right? So I gotta do better, man. I'm trying to get some testimonials. I'm trying to make people rich. I'm trying to make people rich for free. Palantir, man, come on, dog. 70%, 65% return in a month from a long-term investment. Oh man, it's all good. Few dollars off, right? Just a little bit. $4. We got you in July for sure. No, I'm not. Hey, July? Man, July? Look, look, look. All I'm gonna say, I just remember. I remember like I was showing somebody my returns. And he was like, dang, he was like, okay, I see you going crazy with options. I'm like, bro, it's long term. It's long term. Like, huh? Leap's next. So 60% return. Put the leaps in. That's where you get that from. It's almost time. I'm waiting patiently. It's almost time. See, now they mess with me. Now my screen don't want to load. Now my screen don't want to load. Come on, dog. Come on, man. I'm trying to get busy in my line of work. I'm trying to get busy in my line of work. Um, let's look at IBIT. Yeah, we going up today. But I think we'll pull back this week because we went up. This will be the fifth day that we went up in a row. I mean, is the market gonna go up for 9 days in a row? Nine? We haven't had that in a long time. So we'll just have to wait and see. But um, usually after like 5 days, we start to like turn around and pull back. But it's crazy how it's crazy how the market moves. Um, the market is really going up off of hope at this point. Nothing has been done. Nothing has been resolved. Sometimes the market does not care about, and that's why you have to admit when you are wrong. Sometimes the market does not. The market does not care about opinions. The market only cares about itself. The market is very selfish, very very selfish. So you just have to, pay attention, and you have to be willing to change your opinion. Be willing to change your opinion, for sure. Let's see what I can find us. Um,
And then when Bowie took last year, like really influenced her after 20 years, I said, well, okay, not so fast. What you own, but like a big rival, so it's starting to trying to untangle why it's taken all the people here to get us over the line, and then today we got all that to come out of us, how we do it, they're going to take over the US, Belfast, Ireland, in Scotland.
um, let's see.
And I sat on the tree, maybe fulfilling the last that and the deal. And then really the cleanup job again, both companies gets back to where they want to be. Because that's really the logic behind it, this is an asset that's important. There's also been bleeding muscle that's been bleeding quality and burns that, if we get the traffic back under our rings, back under the protected on then we need to get a better product. Right. My question is how much is that process? Because still growth on off, but going to 2005, going to this until I would have a transition now. What is the meaning out of your asset doing with the company doing all the time?
I definitely like ADP for sure. Mm,
And we just keep like reminding people why we came to this place. It was a still shooting rod, that had that blow out at the start of the last year where that fuel came flying out there. That was shone like on display, and that really killed those and being with that business and the 2 decades to financially, it's about the yield of it, but they have to do this just to
more than that.
as I said, moving in credit towards so I give you a sense of just how the Irish looked at asset the help them get room for the finish line until that back on the going for. So this is really a business that you need to invest in closing contracts for people, capital, and other cost for the company security. We'll get some assets when you say that for those after closing on renting, and we might get a sense then what kind of money out of the found to do it.
Yeah, it's not that many, but I mean, we got some. So um, I like, What happens when people run out of hope? Panic. Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. But it's crazy how um hope is crazy, man. Hope um hope gets you to believe in things that may not even be true, right? Hope gives you faith for something that may not logically even make sense, right? Um and you balance between, if you're religious, right? You have to have hope and faith, right? You have to. But when it comes to something that's man-made, something that is run by man, like politics, countries, stock market, um, you, you they are not God. So the level of hope that I would have on a personal level, this is just me personally. This is just how I try to look at it. The level of hope that I would have in the market is a lot different than the level of hope that I would have in like a higher power, right? Um, and people are going to be people. People are very, very predictable. So people have hope. This is essentially the same as saying, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a leap, no stop loss, but I'm just gonna let it do what it do. I got hope that it's gonna come back. You down 80%. But the hope is keeping you alive. The hope that one day you're gonna open your account and it's gonna be less bleeding, less and less and less bleeding. Right. So um yeah. We down on the NASDAQ. We should turn around. Um Wait, like I'm trying to tell y'all gonna quit playing with me. Y'all ain't gonna do me like y'all did Shador now. Y'all ain't gonna do me like that. Please, 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 no. Like the oh man. It's okay, Shador. What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? Wrist up. It's all good. It's all good. I like ADP. I like Fortinet if we come back down. Um yeah, if we come back down here, potentially go long, and then have a breakout to the upside, just an ascending triangle pattern that I like. And then we are actually like we're above the 20 EMA on the weekly time frame. And if I look at Dollar General will be good, but if I'm looking on a bigger scale, This is why it's good to use all time frames, right? So the week is showing me this channel. This is showing me an uptrend though, right? So we have an uptrend within a bigger pattern. So just looking at this, seeing this, I wouldn't want to go long here just because I see like the bigger pattern on the weekly time frame. And the higher the time frame, the stronger it is. So a weekly time frame, because it's played out over weeks versus the 2 hour time frame where it's played out over 2 hour period or a shorter time period. So like the week time frame is giving you like years and years and years of data. So this has been playing out since 2022. So this pattern has been playing out for 3 years now, right? And just like how you should trust somebody that you've known for 3 years more than you trust somebody that you've known for, let's say, a month, because the 2 hours giving us a month of data. This is giving us 3 years of data. So I would trust the 3 year data more. So I would not go long. Short, we could go short though. We definitely could go short. If I'm like this is a crazy fall though. Like this is like insane. 259 to 90 to six to oh my god to 65. 269 to 65. Oof. I will say with the Shador thing, Shador he's very, very confident. He's very, very confident. Um, sometimes you have to like going back and forth. I'll be switching, right? Um, for me, like I'm confident in what I do, but I know it's more important for me to help other people. So, but you can be confident and still have love for helping people. So that's kind of like what I have, right? So the bigger goal, the bigger thing, like life isn't about you, right? It's about what you can provide to the world, what you can provide to people. How can you help the world become a better place? How can you leave the world better when you're gone, right? And you have to work on something so hard that you are confident in it. I think he's very, very confident. But sometimes when you have people who are confident like that, they a lot of times they offend other people. They offend other people because they'll be like, well, he thinks he's too good. Um, he's not humble. He's not a good leader. Stuff like that. Um, I mean, I don't really look at it like that. I think if you're confident, and you show your confidence, it'll rub off on other people and allow other people to be confident, as well. So it's really just like because you see coaches all the time who like the coach for the Eagles, the coach for the Eagles. He he's very passionate. He's very vocal. He's very um I would I would say yeah, I would just say very vocal. So it really just depends on how you look at it. I mean, no way they let him slide. Mike Tomlin, Mike Tomlin, you know you wrong, because no way you said in your head Mason Rudolph is better. I just think people feel like they can't control confident people when it makes their own securities come out. Yeah, that's why I'll be switching back and forth. So that's very, very true. I was talking to one of my friends about that. Yeah, because when you see a confident person, it reminds you of everything that you are not. If if you have insecurities and you see a confident person, it literally just reminds you of everything that you are not. But comparison is the thief of joy. So, literally the Bible, even, and I may not, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't necessarily agree with everything in the Bible, right? One thing God allowed us to do, He allowed us to question. He allowed us to have questions. If you read the stories, He allowed us to, question. He allowed us to bargain with Him. He allowed us. He gave us grace, right? Um, but literally, comparison is the thief of joy. So if you just focus on yourself and work on becoming a better person, work on becoming a better human being, it will literally take care of itself. Because you're looking at a confident person, and in your mind you're saying that's why I don't desire. That's literally why I don't desire to go to the New York Stock Exchange. For what? What do I need their validation for? To be confident. Why do I need anyone's validation to know that I'm good at what I do? So I didn't need a degree. Um, I didn't need a like. So it's literally not saying that I would never go, right? But like that's if you are like an investor, that's usually like your dream to go there. Like for me, it's not a dream. It would be like a milestone, I guess, or an achievement. But it wouldn't like because at the end of the day, like stocks, I think if we all understand, I think I think we get things wrong, right? So at the end of the day, like our jobs or what you do for your line of work, that's not you. That's just what you do. And what you do is highly dependent on where you're born, how you were raised, what school you went to, what you were good at, what characteristics, traits you have. So a lot of things in life are outside of your control. So for you to be upset as someone who is confident in what they do, I think everybody should be confident because everybody has something that they're good at and amazing at. And for you to be, have come from circumstances that you did not control at all and to be successful, I think anybody who is successful should be confident. And success is defined by the person, by each individual person. I was even though right. So I'm 20. I chose to focus, work hard now, so I don't have to do it later on. But that doesn't make me more successful than the next person who's partying now, and then they're gonna lock in when they're 27, and then by the time they're 35, they'll be in the same position that I'll be in 5 years from now. So it's like, were they unsuccessful, or did they just choose to be successful in a different time period of their life? So it's really like everything in life is subjective. Everything in life is literally how you look at it and how you view it. And I just think we should do better coming together instead of like trying to tear everybody apart. But that was like to show like, yeah, you here, but we still don't mess with you. So we have to ask the question of actual true wealth. How much does actual true wealth cost? Like what's the real number of wealth? What's the real number? Because like Dion, technically he's not wealthy, or Oprah, Shannon Sharp, Jay-Z, Don Peoples, compared to the like true at the top, the very, very top. This one, you gotta zoom out and stop being so short term. You gotta look like over periods of years. hundreds of years. How did stuff happen? So, I like if I had to give a number, I think true wealth is probably like if you're not touching 10 billion with a B, and that's minor. That's minor. Because I'm looking at it, and the only reason I say that I'm looking at it from the aspect of how much money do you need to have to actually create change to make the world better. That's how I look at wealth. So if you have a bunch of people who are at the top controlling everything, who do not have your best interest, what level of wealth do you need to have to where you can make a true difference in the world without, while getting attacked, while going through all the trials and tribulations that comes with attaining that level of prestige, and still being able to fight through all those battles and make change in communities, cities. So I think the number is 10 billion on the low end, really 50. So if you have a goal to take care of 7 generations, I think you should try to get, your goal should be 49,490,000,000, and then a billion, and then eventually 49 billion. Because if you 49 million, that's 7 generations, that's 7 million for each generation. If you get you a trust, write that thing up bar by bar. Control it from the dead. Control it from the dead. Yep, if you got to invest this much money here, all of that. Yeah. So like how, like this structure with this market, this ain't no. This is what we follow. Don't change it. Do not change it. Do not deviate from it at all, ever. That's what's gonna be in that trust. Do not deviate. No, you cannot deviate. Make sure you put all the little clauses in the little workarounds. Use ChatGPT to close all the loopholes that they're gonna try to open up. No, all that. So, but yeah, 49 million, they'll take care of 7 generations. And then, after you can't really control what happens, but you just did your part. You tried. You tried. It's all about the bloodline, man. You gotta say the bloodline. You gotta say the bloodline. We fighting for last names. You gotta say the bloodline. You got to. The bloodline, it has to live on. Here it collects. So you should at least, and then too, especially with these numbers, literally put in what amount you would have to invest to have that time period over a 20-year period. So I'll be 40. I'll be 40. So if we stop thinking so short term, stop thinking a year out, 3 years, 5 years, even 5 years is short term. We was in 2020. We was just in 2020. We gonna act like we don't remember 2020. That was literally like yesterday. So much, and so I literally 2020. I got bored in 2020 and started, and I just started like, and I just like the stock market for fun. For fun. A lot of business owners were created in the pandemic because everybody was at home, just doing stuff, creating stuff. So, and again, I have a question. How much is an idea worth? How much is an idea worth? And that's a question I want you to try to answer. Because my answer would be unorthodox. But how much is an idea worth? How much is an idea worth? So the ideas that come out of my mind or the ideas that come out of your mind, how much are they worth? If the idea that you have was put in somebody else's brain for them to execute on it, if they had the tools to do it, tools, money, systems, how much is it worth? Some sellers are putting out a prime day. Bro, y'all go this can okay. Nvidia news. Nvidia stock falls as China's Huawei reportedly readies AI chip after Trump export ban. What year are we in? 2025? 2030. I'm gonna be 25 in 2030. I'll be 25. And that's still considered young, right? It's still considered young. 2030 is gonna be interesting. Very, very interesting. I wonder. So I wonder in July, right? Because that's gonna be a precursor. In July, right? So when you see that turn, if all the schools, if the government is not going to like equally disperse all of the funds to the schools, what if I could come in and invest that money for you and get you on 11 play level playing field with all of the other schools by generating you? How much change over a 5 year period would that generate? Who is investing these schools' monies? Start. How much would that make me worth in our team? How much would that make Apex worth? Mm, you can research largest software company IPO. They were set to IPO to $120, but all the hype around them IPO was paused into the afternoon. Dang. Mm, mm. But like, so like, I'm just trying to see like what company, what company, because like I'm trying to see what company Snowflake reminds me of. Because Snowflake, I like Snowflake because when I play video games, and like Snowflake don't I literally thought Snowflake was a company that made they make like the graphics and stuff. So they're almost like a Nvidia. And that's the point I was getting at. It's one thing to make the graphics because like when you play Madden, I used to be a Madden. I'm talking about Madden like game head. Like when I start playing the game again, Madden, Madden and Rainbow. That's my thing. Madden, Rainbow, 2K, obviously. But like Madden, and I would see the little icon, the little snowflake icon, right? So this goes back to the point. I think this just goes back to a point. You got to be best of breed. So like when I'm investing and I'm looking for a company, I'm not even if it's a newer company, it needs to be it has to be like the pick of the litter in that space. It has to be. So like Snowflake was like the biggest software company ever. So you would like think naturally that they would do amazing. But if we just zoomed out, but that's up close, right? But if we zoomed out and we looked at the landscape, the whole time they were competing with Nvidia and AMD the entire time. Um, and when did Snowflake IPO? What that wasn't that long ago. Because if I'm trying to think, because they had Nvidia in the S&P 500 for a while, and just nobody was talking about it. Nobody was talking about it. And then also like 2020, yeah, they IPO'd in 2020, so that was like one of the worst times because you got to think you had the pandemic. So like as a company, but the best companies are always built during the recessions. So like even me come out during this time of turmoil to help lead through it. Snowflake as a business, think about how hard it would be for you to IPO in 2020. Boom, the market just came down. Then 2022 have a recession. Then now you have so it's like as a company that's just getting out there, you continuously have turmoil over and over and over again. And I think Snowflake is just not favored enough. So that's why when y'all be asking me like if a company like when y'all be like, is Elon focused? I truly don't think that's what it's about. I think we're all asking the wrong question. The actual question should be, do institutions love it enough to put capital in it? They don't care about. The question should be, do institutions love it enough to put a lot of money in it to push it to go up? Because what is pushing the asset up? Money. That's it. That's all. A lot of money. And I just think like, so if I look at Snowflake doesn't have like that aura. If I would, give it a word, what I'm saying, new generation. It don't have no aura. It don't got no aura. So, um, like when I'm looking to invest in these companies, because you need to look when you are investing in these companies, you are the owner. You are CEO. You are CEO of these companies. You are Nvidia. How? Okay, if I was to this is like private equity. If I was picking 100,000 to invest in this company, how is this company going to bring value back to me? Because at the end of the day, I'm the one putting money in it, so I am adding value in this company just as much as they're adding value to me by being a great company. I'm not going to say it's equal exchange, but something like it. Nvidia, chips, Blackwell, every country needs it. Good, love it. Microsoft, if I invest in this company, okay, Microsoft, they own. So Microsoft is now part of my business, right? If you're looking at a business, I look at the market like a business. This is a business. So, and AMD and Nvidia were on the market a long time before Snowflake. I'm trying to do more. Yeah, and that's a cheat code too. Cheat code, and that alone is gonna get you alpha returns. That alone, that alone. So, so I don't care about like stealing because you gotta have knowledge, but you gotta execute on it too. But that's definitely the way, for sure. It's definitely the way, especially like the one that we're looking at now. I think for sure it'll go to 120, and it doesn't necessarily, um, like even Snowflake. They had a period. You still generated some returns out of Snowflake, but with the company I'm talking about, Nvidia single-handedly saved them, which is quite telling. We got to read between the lines. But if you look at ARM, go look at all those ones from 2020. If you look at ARM, Cart, DoorDash, mm-hmm. And you would never like this is it. That just comes from studying the market. That came me seeing that because I literally watched them. You hear about them, then you don't hear about them for like 3 months, and then you look at them again, and you just like, dang, like where? Oh, okay, so this is the game y'all playing. Let me figure out how to play it too. Let me sit at the table. Let me see what's going on. So you would never like I don't think even on the institutional side, I don't think because you have hey, look, I'm just trying to do my job, man. I'm just trying to do my job. I can from long-term investing, just, but you don't remember, and then you look back and you see the chart, and you're like, where did this go? Where did this? But it's different to have the information and to execute on it, to have a system. So my biggest thing is putting a system in place to execute on it. It's one thing to tell you, and then what it's life, right? You forget about it. It's life. Forget about it. You don't remember, right? We gotta have the system in place to do it, and it's not hard. Once you do it once, it's pretty much the same thing. So like this one, tell you here the 120. So what 250%, 220, like so. And the reason why you have to, until you have the capital to do private equity, you have to get those type of returns somehow. You have to replace it somehow. So the stock market, if you're not able to get real estate, go buy REITs. Buy REITs. Public Storage is a company that's actively going to show you how the real estate market is performing because it's directly attached to the asset that's on the market. That's owning real estate. Why do I have to go out and own real land when there are already companies doing it for me? So like to start off, that's what you should do. And just because all of most of the companies, the real estate investment trusts are down, doesn't mean all of them are down. Because if you were investing in the companies, the REITs that were connected to data centers, you will not be down because those are the ones that are in demand. So you have to be where the market is hot. And that was a free play right there. So if you listening, go look up, literally ask ChatGPT what real estate investment trusts operate data centers, and it's going to tell you. I think Welltower is one. I think Welltower is one. And if you if you look at Welltower, right? If you look at Welltower, we see that company is going up into the right. I ain't even got in my full bag yet. I ain't even got in my full bag. But Welltower is the world's preeminent residential wellness and healthcare infrastructure company. So they have a portfolio of 1,500 plus seniors and wellness housing communities, and they're positioned in the intersection of housing, healthcare, hospitality, creating vibrant communities for mature rentals and older adults in the United States. So if you have a generation of people you have the boomers who are going to pass away soon, right? You have to house them somewhere. Long-term care, people forget all the time. I work in the insurance industry and the finance industry. I be saying it all the time. So like the stuff that I'll be saying is not like, we should not be surprised. This is what I was doing every day. Financial planning. It was financial planning. I was literally planning finances for people as they went into retirement. So I got to see what they worked. What was that? What did your 401k look like? How much does long care cost? How much does your health insurance cost? Do you have coverage for if you had a cancer, heart attack, or stroke? So like this is definitely a need. I would have to go to deliver death checks. I had to deliver death checks. And then you talk about like, okay, what do you want to do with this money? You have a substantial amount. How do you want to make sure that you use this money to set your family up, right? Because it feels amazing to receive this check. But let's put a portion of this and make sure that our family are the ones after you receive a similar check, right? So Welltower is one that people don't talk about. And I'm not the biggest REIT. I'm not the biggest REIT fan. I'm not the biggest REIT fan. I'm not the biggest fan of REITs. I'm not. But could I go find a company for you to invest in as a REIT? Yes, I can. But it's just sometimes it's just like just because you can doesn't necessarily mean you should, right? But if you look at Welltower, they have not slowed down since 2022. If you look here, that's 183% return in what, 3 years? Quit playing. Quit playing. And that's light. Imagine getting that type of return on Welltower and telling somebody you got 162% in 3 years. Huh? On Welltower? What? It's just math. It's just math. That's all it is. It's math. So, and I know people who literally, again, there are literally people who will not join Apex because they think it's a scam because of how high their returns that I've gotten. Don't join in. Don't join in. In July though, I mean, I would think it's a scam too. Because if you used to getting 7 to 12% over a 40-year period, and that's what you got in your entire life, you like no way. But yeah, for sure. If you like, I've been waiting for the market to open up. Like this, is why I've been waiting for Trump to chill because you had that class in 2020. You see there, so I'm literally waiting for that market to open back up so we can pour a lot of capital into those companies, to generate some high returns. So, we shall see. And even like I've people read between the lines. I've given the play, but again, I understand this is why it's so important to read. Sometimes you can read a book. So out of all these books I've read, sometimes you can read a book too early. Have to go back and reread some. You can read a book too early and not fully understand it. Like trend following, I read that almost at like the perfect time, but probably a little bit behind. I'm gonna definitely have to reread some of it for sure. Um, but you can just have great information at the wrong time and you're not able to execute on it because you're not, it's natural, right? Like I could tell you exactly what to do, how to do it. But because you haven't done the steps prior to it, you don't even comprehend it in your mind yet. Or like you hear it, you get the information, then you just forget about it. But some information that you know that you can easily act upon now, you're gonna take it and run with it. So, but yeah, like I'm telling you, on a return for return basis, I think I can go toe to toe with anybody on a return for return basis. With anybody. Like that, I keep saying that they say that the 7 to 12% return is the average that you get per year. So I so just like how an insurance company makes money, you pay them premiums and then they invest it, and then when it's time, they're making a lot of money off of your money, right? So what do you think? What do you think is happening in your 401k? They could be leveraging your money like the bank is. You do know investment firms are not just like they're called asset management firms for a reason. They're not just investing in stocks, they're investing in private equity, they're investing in real estate, they're investing in the stock market. They're I'm not doing nothing but giving you the information that they are doing. They just don't want you to have it. So, but yeah, but yeah, I'm about to get off stream, man. Like always, I appreciate you guys so much for tapping in. Um, if you are in Apex, please check Telegram, please. Um, and I am about to put the recording up too from last night. I'm about to put the recording up from last night so you guys can have access to that. So um but we'll do have a good day. Yep. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. Let's stack these days so we can stack these weeks and then stack these months, stack these years, stack these decades, and then stack these generations. Stack these generations. And I'll leave with this. I will say I have I came up with a plan to where I know that we can end you can end racism, you can end classism, but I've come to realize that it will take longer than my lifetime. Probably like I mean we definitely on good pace. But to end classism and oligarchy, that's like a 500 to 750 year cycle that you're gonna have to break. That's how long it'll probably take for you to flip the cycle. But yeah, we'll continue to pay attention to these tariffs and see what the market does. So um but I will definitely I will see you guys um tomorrow, same time, 8 a.m. Central Time to 9:30, 8:15 a.m. to 9:30 Central Time. Everybody have an amazing day. You know, keep staying diligent. As far as the charts, I really like ADP a lot for sure. So put that on the watch list for sure. And I will see you guys later.